Now, in a world that's packed with every conceivable class of car, BMW have decided to launch a totally new type of vehicle here at the show. This is the BMW X5, and you'll find it listed under a new category, SAV, Sports Activity Vehicle.
We have leather here everywhere. We have inside leather. You can change the color, you can combine the colors.
Okay.
You are free, outside, inside. This is very interesting for many people. And then we have this special wood trims. How it fits together is a chance you have with the cars.
In the back, wow.
In the back, there is hot water for coffee or tea, and we have a picnic, very exclusive one, the same color trim. Those are little things you have to combine. You have to think about and then fit together, and you have a car that looks different.
This blend of luxury, executive saloon and off-road vehicle comes packed with the kinds of refinement, quality and performance that you expect and you always get in a BMW. And I suppose it should come as no surprise that this rather unusual BM was designed by Chris Bangle, the creator of the Z3 and the M Coupe.
Well, this is a kind of a new thing for us. It's really a new thing in itself. People were used to SUVs, sport utility vehicles. But we asked ourselves, do people really drive these things? They really like it? And it turns out that although many people appreciate the extra space, in fact, you sit up a little bit higher, kind of look where you're going on the road a little bit easier, they didn't like the fact that they drive like trucks. So BMW being BMW what it is, they asked the question, how do you make one of these things really drive like a BMW? So the whole idea behind the sport activity vehicle is the activity is yours. You're an active person. You want to drive. You want to be into a car that drives like it should, but still have a little bit more lifestyle elements like more luggage space and getting in and out with more ease and that kind of stuff. So that's what we call it this. Best we can do as a name, I guess.
Just you to think something new. Now you have designed some of the most enjoyable cars I can think of, the Z3, the M Coupe, they are just great cars. Is the X5 a car to have fun in? Is it going to be an enjoyable car as well?
Well, it's definitely a car to have fun. This car drives so cool.
Yeah?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, we have a really talented design team that's very international, and they put all their talents into this, like all the other cars, and I think this one really shows. It really is kind of the best of the breed.
Okay, it's a crossover vehicle, but I know you probably won't like me calling it that, but it is a blend of executive saloon with 4x4. How have you managed to do that? How have you managed to make it this car that people can go off-road in, but can also, go down the motorway on a very long journey in? How have you combined that?
There's some of the physical aspects of the car. It has the best aerodynamics in its class by a long shot. So that means you can drive it really well. It has this long wheelbase.
Yeah.
It rides well on the road, but it sits up high, which means, you got snow and stuff like that on the road. You can go over it without a problem. The really rugged areas on the car down a little bit lower, muscles and the flanks. This is new for us. Usually we have these very tight wheel lips. This is a bit more bullig is the word in German. We put protection areas on it, down in the rockers, around the tailpipe, around the front lights, like chin guards on a hockey mask, right? Because that's where the rugged action is happening. But the passengers, for instance, they're framed in a very nice, elegant greenhouse, real speedy, real sleek. The whole upper has this sense of moving dynamic. Like this part just travels smooth, and the lower part is doing all the real hard stuff.
Sounds like an exciting ride to me.
Yeah, it's fun.
Inside, it really is. You could be in an Executive 5 Series. You're cushioned and cosseted in there as well. And BMWs are not cars that you normally go and get really dirty in, are they? Is this a car you can go out and get dirty in and go off-roading? Can you really do all those things in it?
Well, the real goal for off-roading is another part of our company. That's why we have Land Rover. Land Rover is the ones where you're going to take on planet Earth.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. I mean, that's a classic, right? Camel trophy type stuff. This is really a car for any road, anytime, any reason, which I like. I like that idea, an all-reason car.
Yeah.
So it really is designed to be on the road. Now, that's another aspect about the sport utility vehicle phenomenon, is that 95% of the time nobody drove these things off-road.
Sure.
So for those people who are really dedicated, we have Land Rovers, and they're great. But these people are more the cars. Now, you asked about getting dirty and things like that. Okay, all BMWs, you wash them and get them dirty. Okay, that happens like any time. But maybe this car, the whole environment about it is one that you don't mind being in a larger car. You don't mind sitting up, commanding over the road from there. And of course, we try and take care that, we have rockers and things like that, so the dirt doesn't come into where you are.
That was one thing that I was going to ask you was, obviously Land Rover have got this huge heritage, and is there some kind of, do you talk to Land Rover? Are you sort of letting them know what you're doing? And you know, obviously Land Rover are very important and you don't want to tread on their toes, and they make great off-road vehicles. And did you really have that in mind all the time when you were designing this car?
Oh sure, sure.
Do the two design departments talk about how each other's, you know, how the developments of each other's products are going?
Oh, that's really key. Yeah, Jeff Vupex runs a great design team there up at Rover with the Land Rover guys too, and oh, we're always in contact, but not the kind where we want to mix and become one thing.
Sure.
It's much more the kind, let's be careful that we carve out the different territories. So for instance, the sense of overly rugged, is overly truckiness, that of course we leave to the Land Rover guys. A certain sense of on-road, just super capability. This car was developed on the Nürburgring racetrack, and everybody knows that you're going to do racing, you do it there. That's more the BMW approach. So the design departments talk, of course, to make sure we don't wind up in each other's soup.
Yeah. So this is a car that we could take on a racetrack if we wanted to do.
I have. It's great.
When it goes on sale in the UK next summer, the X5 will feature the 8-cylinder engine from the 5 and the 7, BMW's super smooth straight 6, and also the new direct injection diesel engine, the most powerful engine of its kind.